Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's project, we are going to execute an awesome upgrade on this cheap toy bolt. Our goal is to rip out the original factory circuit and transform it into a smart bolt controlled directly by a cell phone via Bluetooth. The very first step of our electrical overhaul is to extract this small green PCB. The specific function of this component is to act as the radio receiver for the toy. And since we are upgrading the bolt, we will no longer need it, making this original circuit completely obsolete for our project. So this radio frequency model that came with the toy, it's not smart or programmable. It's an analog receiver, and basically it's tuned to a specific radio frequency, waiting for a simple signal from the remote. And when you press a button, it just catches that pulse and tells the motors to turn. And the reason that I'm removing is that I really want to learn by doing. This model, it's limited, and I want to understand more about how electronics and communications actually work. And by swapping this out for something else, I get to challenge myself, explore new concepts, and see how I can build my own control system from scratch. And I have to get rid of the old antenna setup. And I'm just unscrewing this small mount and disconnecting the wire that connects the antenna to the old board. Well, now that the old radio receiver is complete out of the bolt, we are ready to install our new controllers, the Arduino Uno and the motor shield. I used the Arduino IDE to upload the software, and I will leave the complete code in the description down below for you. The best thing about working with these models is that it feels like putting together a puzzle. And there is a really important thing here. I will show to you right now a power jumper on the shield. In my project, I'm keeping it connected, but depending on how you are powering your system, you might actually need to remove it to avoid voltage issues or potential damage to your Arduino. And it's one of those little things that you need to pay attention to. And since these jumpers are tiny and super easy to lose, here's a pro tip. If you ever need to take it off, don't just put it away. Just plug it into only one of the pins, like this. Then it stays attached to the board so you won't lose it. A very important rule here is that we do not connect or solder any wires directly to the Arduino Uno, since the motor shields cover the entire base. So we will perform all our soldering work directly on the shield's expansion pads. So we started in the soldering process. Now I am beginning with the Bluetooth module. So I connected the TX and RX pins, 2 and 3 on the board. Then I've soldered the VCC pin to the 5V output and the GND pin on the ground connection to finish it off. That's a total of 4 wires, all soldered to keep the link rock solid. And I will leave the schematic link in the video description for you to use as a base, but keep in mind that connections can vary depending on how you are building your specific project. So always double check your own setup before powering up. Isn't enough room to fit the Arduino and the rest of the electronics on top of the bolt or inside without running into trouble, so I am creating these custom spaces on the sides. And I am attaching these pieces of styrofoam to both sides, which works out perfectly for 2 reasons. First, it gives me the space I need to organize my components, and the other side is because it helps with stability so the bolt won't capsize. Now, since I'm using styrofoam, I know it floats, but that doesn't protect the electronics from getting wet. And to keep everything safe, I'm building a custom housing, a little house for the electronics, using an ice cream container. And I'm going to cut it, shape it, and seal up with hot glue, and it's going to be the perfect protective shell to keep the water out and make sure the brain of the boat stays dry while I'm out there testing it. Now I'm connecting the motors. I'm placing these wires into the M1 and M4 terminals on the motor chute. These are the ones that will drive the propeller. Here I'm just repositioning the Bluetooth module to its final spot. So guys, I was doing some testing and I realized that a package holder of 3 batteries plus the other one that's already had here on the toy was not going to be enough. So I decided to go with a battery holder with 4 and plus the one that I already had on the toy with 3. Space for 3 batteries. So, and this package, different of the other one that I was going to use, it's letting the batteries exposed. So I will wrap the packs with electrical tape to create a solid and protective shield. So this will prevent any short circuits and keeps everything secure inside the hole. And this power pack is larger, so I also going to do some adjustments on the housing. See, you can see, right? Hey, you're not so happy, yeah? To work. Oh, this one, it's not so. Maybe it can be the wires also, yeah, that's not so. And yeah, the problem was actually the wiring. I realized those connections weren't quite right, which is why the motors were struggling. And then I went ahead, we soldered, and since everything was working like it should, I finally closed it all up. And then I used hot glue to keep everything secure inside the housing and finishing it off with plenty of silver tape to make sure it's completely waterproof. Guys, the structure is complete. Everything is fully insulated, I hope. And the programming is it's okay. And I've put in a lot of work to make sure everything is solid and safe. So I hope it really is, because we are going to put this to hit the water. And to communicate with my boat, I'm using an app called DABBLE. Is this one? It's looking like this. And then you have the gamepad here. And it's incredible because it's a free app. It's developed by the team at Steampedia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing right. It basically turns your smartphone into a remote control with gamepad, sensors, and even voice control, all connecting via Bluetooth to the Arduino. So to connect with our boat, we have to turn on the Bluetooth. Then will be this one. The name of mine is BT05, but I think usually it's very similar, the names. And then I click and start, and then we can do it. Well, it's all working, yeah? Let's show you. Testing all the sides, up, down, left, right. So now let's see on the water. Let's see if the ship can finally sail. Let's go. guys, I lost connection with the Bluetooth. I was testing. You see, don't have so many waves or something. And I also don't have a pool at home, so that's why I was trying here before you say something. Guys, at that moment I was totally blaming the Bluetooth connection. That's why I muted. But honestly, even if the connection was perfect, it would not have made a difference. The boat just didn't have enough power to come back. And it was a total oops moment. I thought it was the signal, but it was actually the lack of power. Even if the Bluetooth was working, those motors and propellers just could not handle the resistance. But hey, it was still super cool to see it running from my phone. Mission accomplished on the control side. Now I know, next time I need bigger propellers or better motors. Lesson learned. So, I have hope that he will come back. Actually, I can see the boat still. So maybe if he will come some waves, he'll bring this to me. I don't know. But so far, that's it, guys. It was fun. It was super cool to build it, and this is being funny too. So I hope you like it. I hope you like this kind of video, because sometimes I am building stuffs. You can subscribe on the channel and let your like if you thought it's funny too. Yeah, you can think it's funny. I will not get mad. It was a little stupid, maybe. I don't know. It's because I don't have a pool. I have the river that's not with so many waves. Now that I'm talking, it is with a lot of waves, but usually it's not. But was not usually, but was okay. Well, was not because of the waves that I lost connection. I don't know. Was too windy there. I don't know. But that's it, guys. Was nice. Yeah, the experience was nice, and I hope you like it. See you next time then.